Did you know that Reykjavik is one of the best places in the world to watch the fireworks on New Year's Eve? I'm talking like an explosion of fireworks. Pun intended. Anyway, you're gonna want to come to Iceland for New Year's. Hello Team Iceland, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeannie and I am here to help you plan the best trip ever to Iceland. Today I am talking about December 31st, also known as New Year's Eve, also known as one of the biggest parties of the year in Reykjavik, and all of the things that you're going to need to know about that day to plan the best trip ever. So let's get into it. So I have to say that this is probably the most regimented day of the year for Icelanders. I mean, they have like a schedule and they do things at like certain times. So the good news is if you're going to be in Reykjavik for New Year's Eve, get ready for a big day of fun. And by day, I mean the whole night and into the next morning. So here's how it goes. The festivities start at 6 p.m. promptly. This is when the locals will be in their homes eating a big, huge feast with their family. Now, I know a lot of Americans are used to going out for dinner on New Year's Eve. So if this is you and you don't have a family that you're joining in Iceland, then make sure to make reservations well in advance. Especially because traditionally this is a family-focused day, so a lot of restaurants used to be completely closed. Because of tourism, this is not the case anymore, but you definitely want to secure yourself a reservation if you want to go out to dinner that night. And FYI, there's a link in the description to this video that lists the restaurants that are open on New Year's Eve, so make sure to check that out. Next on the New Year's Eve agenda is that at 8:30, you go to Bonfires. And this is exactly what you think it is. It's a gigantic fire. Icelanders will get all bundled up and their whole family goes out to these bonfires. Now, it is said that these fires are a way to burn away the old year and make room for the new year. I think that that's cool, and I love this tradition because it's so cozy to go to these bonfires. These are not your average bonfires, you guys. These are huge, gigantic piles of wood, furniture is being thrown on, flames up to the buildings. There's also singing, dancing, maybe a mini fireworks show, hot cocoa. Every location has their own little bonfire stuff. So if you want to know where these bonfires are, don't worry, I have created a map just for you. All you have to do is head to my website, which is linked in the description for this video, and it will take you to the map and you can easily find the bonfires because you're going to want to stake them out. And I would make a game plan because to get parking at these bonfires is quite crazy. It's busy, you might have to walk a ways, so just know that maybe you need to be there a bit early. One really important thing about the bonfires that I want to touch on is that Iceland has a zero tolerance policy for drinking and driving. So if you do plan on drinking alcohol for New Year's Eve, then I would just make sure to wait until after the bonfires or make sure to find a bonfire that you can walk to. At 10:30 until 11:30 is what's known as television hour. And I'm telling you, this is a huge deal. Like, this is a big part of the night. Basically what it is an annual comedy show where they have put together a skit and they go over the news from the past year. They talk about pop culture, politics, events that happen in Iceland and worldwide. Think about this like a big fat SNL skit, but it's in Icelandic, so you're not going to be able to understand it at all. But every single Icelander will be in their homes in front of their TV from 10:30 to 11:30 on December 31st, watching the comedy hour. And then from 11:30 until whenever is the fireworks show. So I don't know how many fireworks shows you guys have been to in your life, but it doesn't even touch the magnitude of fireworks that happen in Reykjavik on New Year's Eve. It's unbelievable, actually, how big this is. But there aren't any rules. So literally you have people launching fireworks from their driveway and from their back porch and from their backyard and all of the places. So there's literally just fireworks shooting off everywhere. It's crazy, it's madness, and it's absolutely amazing. Seriously, you should really just experience this. So awesome to be a part of. And this can go on for a long time. So again, it's not just going to end at a certain time. It's like whenever the fireworks run out. And this could go on for a couple of hours. So get excited for the biggest fireworks display that you'll probably ever see. Now, if you want the locations that I recommend for the best places to watch the fireworks, don't worry, I've also made a map for that. So head to my website, which is linked in the description for this video, to check out the best spots. Best trip ever, remember guys? Last but not least, get your party shoes on, because from midnight until whenever, it's time to party. Now, as you may know, Reykjavik is already known for its nightlife. New Year's Eve is no exception. It is bigger and better and badder, is that what the cool kids say, than ever. And some bars are even open until 5 a.m. So there's plenty of time for you to party. Also, remember, the sun is not gonna rise the next day until like 10 or 11 a.m. So you got a long darkness to sleep it off. All right, friends, that is your itinerary for December 31st, New Year's Eve in Reykjavik, Iceland. I know it's gonna be amazing. I know you're gonna love it. And I really, really hope that you have the best trip ever. So if you guys found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next week for another Iceland planning video. But until then, happy planning, friends.